I wanted to see this one about Clippy. I'm pretty sure everyone's already seen this, but I have not seen this.
I was listening to the Facebook whistleblower hearings with Senator Josh Hawley a few months back. One of the elements that stuck out to me was when they were talking about...
Has he got Black Mirror on... Is that Black Mirror on Blu-ray? What? Surely that's like fake or something, right?
About how if an underage girl has deleted a selfie, Meta keeps track of this because they know that this person likely has low self-esteem at that moment that they deleted a picture of themselves, which means that they may be more apt to...
I delete pictures when they flop. I don't only care about numbers, you do.
...purchase something from an advertiser of a cosmetic product. And I think about this with...
Is this the Clippy thing? Yeah, like a couple of people I know on Discord changed their picture to Clippy, but he's like pregnant.
In the context of what companies used to get in trouble for and what they do, or more importantly, don't get in trouble for today. I grew up in the 90s, a time when Microsoft had hell and fury fall down upon them because they bundled a web browser with their operating system. Whether you think this is a good idea or not, I personally think that a web browser being installed in every single person's computer that's standards non-compliant, that is so bad that you can literally get a virus from visiting a website, has its...
Can you delete the Asuka picture? What, Rose dressed up as Asuka? Hell no, that banged. What are you talking about?
Problems. But when you look at what it is that companies got in trouble for in the 90s, it's just...
Yeah, the Clippy mpreg. I've literally seen that. Like, who did this? Who drew that? Who, like, you are so creative, but mentally ill. There is a saying, the most creative people are the most mentally ill. Like, how did you use the paper as an example of a bump? That, like, it's like, you need to be locked up and you need to have your head cut open to be looked at. But also, I respect the creativity there.
Doesn't hit the same when you look at what
it's on par with the Mona Lisa. Okay, I can agree with that one.
Companies get away with now. I remember having a Dell Dimension 233 back in the day, and if you wanted to get the one that had slightly better graphics,
creative wilting rose emoji. Shut up. No, it is because they used the paper. Like, that's creative. Come on.
They would give you a...
Like, they should still be shot in the head, but still.
A free installation of Microsoft Office. And with Microsoft Office back in the day, it came with Clippy. Whether or not you like Clippy and whether or not you liked Microsoft Office or having an operating system that had the browser built into it that could easily get you a virus when you visited other websites that were trying to invade your privacy, the one thing that you could say, unlike...
Is this like a trend going around at the minute? You guys remember when Leafy is here made that video saying that everyone should comment nice shirt? Do you remember that? If you remember that, you are certified old head. He basically was getting a bunch of hate. And then he made some video basically saying like, oh yeah, if you comment nice shirts, just be positive, guys. Spread some positivity.
Like Facebook, who is trying to profit off of young girls that feel suicidal, Clippy simply wanted to help. He might have been annoying, but he just wanted to help. There were no ulterior motives. If you told Clippy that you were having a bad day, he wasn't going to use that information to try and figure out which advertiser to sell you to, nor was he trying to steal your personal data or get you to purchase other Microsoft products. He had no ulterior motives. He was simply there to help. Unlike many modern pieces of software, like what you get from Adobe or Intuit, where you can't buy QuickBooks anymore. You can't buy a video editor anymore. You have to pay a subscription fee for it. If I were to boot up...
I mean, you can buy Vegas. Vegas is one of the few editing softwares that you can outright buy. That's why it's always going to be based. But yeah, Adobe stuff is just... Adobe sucks. I would rather pay like £2,000 and have Photoshop for life than keep paying this like $17 a month kind of thing. Because the thing is with subscription models, they're so predatory because they want you to forget about them. They want you to be like, oh, I kind of forgot. You know how easy it is to buy like a film off Amazon? It's like click, card saved. And then to like, you know, cancel your subscription, you've got to like go onto the website on your computer or on your phone. You can't do it on the TV. Like, it
up
sucks.
That computer that has not been used for 28 years, and I wanted to start up Microsoft.
Remember when people praised Adobe? Did that ever happen?
Word. I could do...
That's why you pirate software. Give that man some Reddit gold right now.
Do so without connecting to the internet. And Clippy would still be there, happy and enthusiastic as ever, simply wanting to help. Adobe is another example of this. This is a company that tried to twist people's arms into having AI and machine learning stuff go through their personal data. Not public data, not the speeches that I give, not my website or my blog posts or my videos, but my private data, the stuff that I'm editing. And there were people that were not able to get into their account until they agreed to this.
Why is there a poll on Twitch for Clippy's kid's gender? Are we doing a gender reveal for Clippy?
New end user license agreement. When they are looking for access to your data, they're doing so because they want to train an AI on how to do what you do without paying you, without your consent.
I do love that. It's like, you know, you use the internet's free. Obviously, you go on any website, they collect all your data because it's free, they sell it to advertisers. But now we're reaching the point where you're using like paid services and they're still scraping all your data. Like there is actually no privacy at all.
Clippy simply...
I think I read somewhere like if everyone wanted to use the internet without having trackers or, you know, people latching onto your data to sell you ads, everyone on Earth would basically just have to pay like $33 to use the internet like forever.
They wanted to help. When Clippy...
I'll see if I can find that actually, because I've heard that a lot, but it was so long ago, it might have came to me in a dream. Hang on. How much money would people have to pay to use the internet without ads? Oh, it's a month. It's not lifetime. Okay. To eliminate internet ads, users would likely have to pay around $35 per month per person, according to estimates. I mean, we do have ad block.
He would ask you if you wanted help with writing your letter. Clippy wouldn't even read the contents of your letter. He just wanted to offer suggestions.
Bro, who in chat is LARPing as the Mpreg Clippy? Change your picture. Change your picture now. Change it. I do not want to see Mpreg Clippy in the comments.
Game of Thrones had, I'm not going to spoiler alert, there's this Sons of the Harpy in season 5. They were these people that wore masks and they pushed back against the new regime. And the purpose of the mask was to let the leaders know that when you see people with this mask, we are against you and your new regime, and we are going to push back against it as often as we can. And the worry with the Sons of the Harpy mask is that it starts with one person putting the mask on, and then somebody else gains the balls to put the mask on, and then 20 or 40 or 100 of them put the
He definitely watched Mr. Robot recently, or V for Vendetta.
Mask on. And once 100 or 1,000 of them put the mask on, there's nothing that the leaders can do at that point. Enough people have put it on, and enough people have come together with solidarity, and they're going to do something about it. Now, granted, this may not be the best analogy, because it was, spoiler alert, they were trying to bring back slavery, and they also were just bad people. Khaleesi kind of became a shitbag at that point, too. But besides, I think that Clippy is like a modern-day Sons of the Harpy mask. If you're tired of companies changing the terms of the sale after the sale and getting away with it, turn your profile photo to a Clippy. If you're tired of companies that have the ability to reach into your house and ransomware your products so that they stop working unless you pay them again, claiming that that's legal, but then when somebody tries to give you back access to what you bought and paid for, that's illegal, change your profile photo to a Clippy. If you're tired of sex bots invading the comment section on a regular basis and their comments always posting with no problem, but your comments being censored even when you're not saying anything that bad, change your profile picture to a Clippy.
Oh yeah, there are so many sex bot comments, especially on YouTube. It's crazy. Like I'll always see, like, it's funny. You know what the best thing is about this community? Because you all hate me. It's so easy for me to suss out bots. Because the bots will be the only people that comment something nice in the comments. They'll say something like, I don't know, what would they say? Something like, this is an amazing video. What a great experience to enjoy it. And then the picture's like just some woman like with her milkers out. And it's like, yeah, you're a bot, bye-bye. And then what the worst thing is, you guys will go and bully the bots, right? I've seen bots before, and the replies will be something like, she doing tricks on it, crying emoji. And then someone below will just be saying, holy glaze.
If Google, being one of the premier data mining companies on Earth, not being able to tell that little fucking cat with 2 pillows next to it that they try to make look like an ass so that thirsty young men click it as they normalize sex.
Thank you, Nikis, for the, the 1 month. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. I hope I'm saying your name right. Nikis? Nikki?
Trafficking on.
I see the S on the end, so.
On the platform.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That doesn't allow you to express an opinion bothers you. Change your profile picture to a Clippy.
Oh, it's just Nikki?
Let them know
fair
that
enough.
you're not happy. Clippy never tried to normalize sex trafficking. He just wanted to help. If you're tired of companies saying out loud that the reason they want to keep you from fixing what you bought and paid for is that that may take money away from them, change your profile photo to a Clippy. I never expected to win the legislative battle.
Did this take off, though? I've seen it a fair amount. Everyone's changed it. Okay, this is kind of genius. Everyone's changed it to a slight variation of the Clippy. Let me see if I can zoom in. I like that one. Oh, that's just a high one. He's high. That one's got little glasses on. I'm just waiting for the Mpreg one. Clippy does not want to know your location. It's not a phase, I swear. Holy, there are so many. I like it. Okay, that's my favorite one. That's just a Play-Doh Clippy. Oh, there's a furry one. It's over. Is that a Gokuna? There's so many. Parrot Clippy, Hatsumiku Clippy, Arthur Morgan Clippy, Anime Clippy, just the normal one. I've never seen something take off so much where the people that haven't changed their profile picture actually stand out. Peter Griffin agender Clippy. Arthur Morgan Clippy. Sonic Clippy. There's so many. Okay, that one's based. They just got an actual paper clip and took a picture of it. There's so many of them, bro. What the hell? I feel like I messed up somehow. And it's just Bonzi Buddy? Okay.
It would be nice if I did, but it was never something that I set as I need to do this or I'm a failure. What I always hoped to do was win the cultural battle, where all of you understand what's going on and you decide that enough is enough. If I ever have a chance in my personal life to push back against this, I will. You're maybe not going to send that email that you're supposed to send to Interso to tell them, oh, by the way, make sure this chip doesn't end up on Mouser.com. Here's an NDA, blah, 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 the supplier agreement. Maybe you just forget to send that email. When there's a new consumer rights law that the senator that you work for is on the fence about supporting, and there's a lobbyist that's going to be against it that wants to have dinner, whoops, maybe their invitation went to spam. I didn't see that. Sorry, boss. Maybe you quit before you create a fake paywall to test if your customers will pay again for what they already paid for. Or maybe when you send out that ransomware firmware update, you make it opt-in instead of opt-out. Whoopsie, if in some...
What does he gain from this? Money? No, he's basically trying to do a movement to spite like these companies for the choices they've made with like subscription models and taking advantage of people and just general bad practice. Thank you, Goblin Lover, for the prime.
In bizarro world, it is actually illegal to make a thermostat work again. And this bastard of a CEO decides to try and get the individual in trouble. 10 cases to prosecute. Only got time for 6. Maybe I just ignore this one. When a company CEO logs into their Slack and sees 10,000 Clippies looking back at them, what I hope occurs is that they intuitively understand that they no longer live in a world where they can get away with fucking over the consumer. That their employees, their partners are not going to be accomplices to this anymore. That they are alert and they are aware of what is going on and they are going to politely but firmly push back against it. Every single one of those 10,000 people will be an obstacle to the anti-consumer practices and the anti-ownership practices, and it will no longer be another cog in the assembly line sending us all into a dystopia. There will be a moment where that one person who usually would not have a say in anything can be activated, and in that moment, keep the world from sliding further into a dystopia, or help push it forward in the opposite direction. But we all have to get together, and the first step is making it public that we know what's going on. That starts with a Clippy. On YouTube, if you're with me, I ask that you change your profile.
It is a good shout. It is a good shout. Like, he knows that, because I was thinking that watching the video, like, okay, bro, like, Microsoft sees that everyone changed their profile picture to like a ironic Clippy. Wow, their stock market prices are going to crash, right? Obviously, nothing's going to happen, but he's obviously trying to do this to start a movement to let people know, well, to let the big companies know that, like, we're not comfortable with the practices that they're doing at the minute.
File picture to a Clippy. At work, change your Slack profile picture to a Clippy. If you work at the White House, don't take down the...
Change your Blue Sky profile picture to a Clippy. Change your DeviantArt profile picture to a Clippy. Change your Furaffinity profile picture to a Clippy.
United States flag. But somewhere on the grounds, put up a flag of a Clippy. Clippy's a symbol that what used to be considered one of the worst annoyances in our life would now not only be welcomed, but for all of his flaws, celebrated as an idol.
Knows about Furaffinity? Really? Really? That shocked you? Really? I'm doing like the Lalo Salamanca, like, really? Okay.
Because for all of these things that occur right now,
That shocked you? Okay. Holy new gen.
where there is negative malice of intent, I want to take away what you own. I want to take this back. I want to get your data. I want to sell you to an advertiser when I know that you're crying. Clippy just wanted to help. And if you were to turn them on today, unlike most cloud bullshit,
Change your Telegram profile picture. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's not be bringing up Telegram.
he'd still work. Hulu Foundation is going to be announcing the winners to both the Future Home Bounty and the Echelon Bikes Bounty within the next month. Us offering 5,000 here, 20,000 there. It pushes the ball forward. But at the end of the day, that does nothing in contrast to organizing all of you. We're happy to get the ball rolling, but for us to truly win, we need to show that if you push us, Clippy clips back. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something.
I mean, it is pretty smart, though, because he's basically trying to start a movement by using a old Microsoft mascot, ironically, to kind of like put pressure on these big companies.